Hey everybody, this is Tara from Tara's Truths. Today is Saturday, April 4th, and I wanted to do a reading. I was called to do a reading for 4-4. A lot has been going on globally with our connections, with our inner work, with the earth herself and all her inhabitants, all of us earthlings, and that includes animals and trees and insects and birds and the oceans and the ocean animals and all kinds of stuff. So, but I was called to do a reading today because I also follow a shamanic path, and there is the Mayan energy, and we have Mayan energy of the day, and the Mayan calendar works in a calendar of 13 days per week. So today is actually day 13. Today is the last day of the Trisena, which is what we call the Trisena, which is the 13 days. So today is day 13, and it is the energy of the day is Emosh. And Emosh is about the ocean and the deep wisdom that lies within it. It is also about our ancestors and the spirit realm. It can get a little crazy, it can go a little wonky, but there is a lot of divination. This is a very auspicious day for divination. That is also for the number 13. 13 is also about our ancestors in the spirit world and other dimensions. So I find it interesting that the Mayan energy of the day, being so like it's set up for like just guidance from the outer spirit realm and other dimensions to come in and guide us along. Of course I had to do a reading, especially with the Gregorian calendar being 4-4. So we have that as well. So all the things are aligned. And also I heard that there were astrologers and there are things that are aligning up planetarily and all that stuff. I am not an astrologer. I find that very complex, a little too hard for me. But anyway, so there's a lot of really interesting information out there about all different energy aspects of what is going on in the world. But we also find it within ourselves. We are all made up of energy, so therefore we follow the rhythms of the energetic world, including the rhythms of and cycles of the earth. So with that being said, I've been doing a lot of work this weekend, going deep within myself and my soul, and I've been noticing my dreams. I even took a nap today, and a much needed nap, and the dreams that were coming to me, the information was unbelievable. So today is a really good day for dream work. So if you're able to go take a nap, and if you have dreams, write it down. It's important. It's important information. We're being talked to, spoken to, enlightened, whatever. But in today's events, and I mean today's and globally events with this COVID, as we progress further along in this, one word keeps popping up, and the word is uncertainty. And it can be very, very scary because we don't have our stable foundation. So those of us who are actually on a sacred union journey or twin flame or whatever you want to call it, we're pretty much uncertain all the time. So this isn't really news for us. But, we have the, stability, for lack of a better word, of you know, our other plans or our other things, or maybe we don't, but this is a time for us to really go within, and the earth is asking us to know thyself and learn about what we want as an individual that can also help the collective. So the energy of the day is also about the collective consciousness. So a little bit about me. I don't really talk about me too much, but I was born and raised Catholic. Some of the spirituality, the spirituality aspect of it resonated me more with the actual dogma itself. I resonated very much with the angels and with saints. St. Jude was my dude. He was my guide. He helped me through so many things when I was younger. And then as I grew and changed, I opened up to the more feminine energy as well. And I started a Wiccan path, and the Greek goddess Hecate came to me. And she is the goddess, a triple moon goddess of the underworld. And she is the goddess of crossroads, and she will bring you right through the depths of hell, which at that point is where I was. I think that I knew of that was one of my first dark night of the soul that I can remember as an adult, and she helped me through it. And then my path just kind of grew from there, and I was very called to the Wiccan path because it was a very energy or earth-based, nature-based religion, so to speak. And then that shifted. There were a lot of shifts and changes in my life, and I was always drawn to shamanism. And throughout those shifts and changes in my life, I had found another group that is more shamanistic based. So that's pretty much where I am right now. But I've also noticed that within this time period, I've been very called to the twin flame journey, as I didn't know what it was until I realized that I was in it. So yeah, so that's basically where I'm at. And I am being called to, like I said, do this reading, and I do a lot of internal work, a lot of shadow, and that's what my shamanic training is this year, going deeper within and deeper within shadow. And there's a lot of information that is coming in from spirit, from earth, from self, from my guides, from everywhere, and from other people. And I definitely feel a lot of fear, as well as a lot of people rising to the occasion. This can be a very nerve-wracking time, very scary time. And I guess I'm just here to help with that. I kind of cleared off my space, and I was just called to keep a couple of things out during this reading, but a lot of light. I surrounded myself with a lot of candles and a lot of light. And I found this actually a couple days ago that was gifted to me from actually a friend that was involved in my Wiccan path. And I loved it because it represented like kind of where we are now with the cats and the mice all getting together and becoming united and singing and raising good vibrations and energy. And I had today and last night a Zoom meeting on Zoom with two different groups of people, and I was so happy to share. One of the spaces was a group of people, very, very highly educated, smart, very advanced in their paths. I felt like such a newbie, but it was good because I just got to basically sit back and listen and learn, and it was all about the shadow work of where we are now, of what this virus is teaching us. And then today I was able to have a telegathering with my shamanic group with my year-long training. And then later on this afternoon, I had a beautiful meditation with some women that we used to get together once a month. And we actually haven't had a chance to get together in quite a while. So I'm actually very thankful that we were actually able to do that. And we had such a beautiful meditation of just giving love into the world and working on ourselves and just, you know, talking and everything. So I highly recommend everybody out there, you know, this is a time of solitude, of going within, of finding out what we really want, but it's also a time of reaching out to community and not neglecting yourself from that love. Just because we can't physically touch each other, like, I mean, I'd love to see the people I was with today and able to hug them. I can't wait to be able to do that when everything is lifted, but it just makes it that much more important that those things were taken for granted. Okay, so I'm going to go to the reading. I'm not really sure what I'm called to do. Maybe I will do a reading for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. I don't know, but I'm gonna just start. So I was shuffling some cards. I have some decks out. I was called to do like Fairy Realm. I don't have my dragon cards. That's all right. Fairy Realm, angels, different. I do want my dragons. Different. And my trees, of course. I love my trees. Different dimensions, from beings from different dimensions is what I was called to bring out today for this portal, and for what the energy of the day in the Mayan calendar is. So just gonna shuffle this a little bit. All right, well, that one wanted to fall out, so we'll say again. Okay. All right. That was me clearing them. All right, so I'll put them over there for now. Okay. So anyway, I was shuffling cards and these guys came out, and this was from the, I will tell you, Animal Messages from Susie Green. And I thought this was interesting. Okay. Cobra. Change is inevitable, but with it comes the chance to shed a burden. So if this doesn't tell us where we are right now, I don't know what will. I mean, it's here. It's already here. And look, there are people who are afraid of snakes. And cobras can be very, very intimidating. Look at him with his hood open, and he's like, stand the fuck back, or I will bite you and poison your ass, and you will be either sick or dead. So if this isn't telling of where we are now, I don't know what is. But again, it's here. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. With this COVID, we're not doing anything yet, and change is inevitable. We are in the process of this change. We are in a time of where we cannot go back to where we were before. It's impossible. You can't undo it. You can't unring the bell. But with it comes a chance to shed a burden. So what that burden is, I really feel like it's up to each one of us to make that decision of what that burden is. And we have a responsibility to pay attention to it. This was responsibility 10. It is our job. It is in our contract. I've talked before about how I believe in contracts, physical and spiritual contracts, and that we agreed to come to this planet in this lifetime at this particular time. We are all valuable, and our contracts, I feel like, are being they're open for renegotiation. I felt mine has been open for renegotiation, and we have a responsibility for this because we did agree to do this. So whatever your contract is, this change is here to remind us, for those of us who kind of laxed on it, or maybe this was even part of it, to say, you know what, all right, you said you were going to do this, you know, ascension and this advancement and this improvement, and you're kind of need to move a little faster. So here, we're going to shake things up a little bit and do this. I also believe in contracts of that we kind of have a choice of whether we want to leave this lifetime. And I think there are some people have already maybe chosen to leave, and they are through this through this virus. Perhaps some people were kind of contracted and they were given the option, do you want to stay? And they're saying, yeah, I do. There's more work to be done and I'm not done, and they're pulling through. And then there may even be some that are like, you know what, I just can't handle whatever's going on. I want out. That's how I look at things. If that resonates with you, great. If not, that's fine. Take this as it resonates with you. Okay. So the responsibility is definitely within each and every one of us to usher in this change. And I believe those of us on the twin flame journey, or the sacred union, or the soul connection, or planetary partner. I prefer planetary partner. That is my term. I really resonate with that. And I resonate with that because, you know, it is a soul connection. I'm not saying it's not. It's a very spiritual thing. It is mind, body, soul, but it's for the good of the planet, not just for our own good, but it's for the good of the planet. Just like this virus, whether we see it as good or not, it is. It's here for a reason. It has a purpose. It's a teacher. It is one of our teachers, and we are its students. So that being said, trust is important. Dragons are saying trust. This is a time of trust. We're being asked to trust, blindly trust, because like I spoke about that uncertainty, and that this is a time of uncertainty. We don't know. This is all brand fucking new. We have no idea what the hell to do. So we're just going to have to trust that the universe has our back, that we have our back, that we are being called for our higher purpose. And that's basically it. Mm-hmm. So we know what is changing right now. I kind of want to go into this responsibility. I'm going to use this as a jumping off point. Tell me more about this responsibility. And these are fairy. Let's see. Tell me more about the responsibility. Oh, look at this, 10 of Cups. It's our responsibility to find this happy family. Look at this, the 10 of Cups. All right, so I do feel like this is going into the twin flame journey, because this is really what we're all looking for. We're looking for this emotional connection and this marriage, so to speak, of the masculine and the feminine, the divine masculine and feminine to come in. We do have a responsibility. Some other messages that have come in is that we are in the time of where the divine feminine is coming in, and the divine feminine is here to heal. That is also some information coming in from the energy of the virus, that it's here to actually help us heal and transmute energy that no longer serves. And that's what our responsibility is for. We're responsible to be able to move to this, to come into balance within ourselves, so we can get to that 10 of Cups energy. Let's see, we have the 10 of Cups. So let's do a tree to go along with that. Yeah, oh, there's a couple here, but I want this one. Play. play. So I think that during this time, it is important to find the time to play. I really do. Like I said, there's a lot of heavy energy out there. And if we let that in and let that consume us, we're going to lose the point of this in the first place. So it's our responsibility to allow ourselves to play a little bit. It's just what I get. And allow the energy between you and your partner to be playful. Even if you're in separation, allow that play in your own divine masculine and feminine within yourself. So our responsibility, that's more. Let's see, it's another aspect of that responsibility. Oh, look at this. I wasn't going to take it, but it was clearly upside down. The Eight of Swords. It's our responsibility to cut ourselves free. And this is exactly what we're doing. Look at that. That's beautiful. We know that this is of our own ties that bind, and we're breaking free of it, is what I'm getting. We're the responsibility of this is to be called to do that. And this fell. Let me get to it. I'm kind of trapped. Oh my goodness. Patience. Have patience. Be patient with yourself, because that's what this is doing. This is untying all the binds that we have put upon ourselves. This is untying all that bullshit of that no longer serves. This is all this energy that bogged us down. This is all those times we told ourselves, no, we can't do this. No, this isn't real. Is this really my person? That's not really my person because we're not together. This person doesn't love me the way I want to be loved. This person isn't showing me that. I can't do that because I'm not good enough. You know, all those things that we tell ourselves is all being washed away. And to just trust and have patience, because it's being shed. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get one more. I'm kind of getting that this is what the lesson from, oh, and this was upside down, the Knight of Cups. And that's in the reverse position. So the Knight of Cups is somebody that's coming in with an offer, giving the cup, and it's in the reverse position. What I'm seeing with this is that things are on hold right now because of what's going on, but it's supposed to be, okay? So those of you who are in separation, you're supposed to be in separation, because this is what you need to learn. You need to learn how to play with this energy, because this has to shed away, because then when you do, you're going to really, once then union is inevitable, which is another thing, inevitable. It's going to happen with a new start, okay? Because comes with this burden to shed, okay? Once we shed these burdens, we're going to be reborn into a new and our authentic selves. And that's what this is. So I believe that this is the energy of coming into union. Now, this may resonate for some of you. This may not. So please take this as it resonates. This could also be an offer to you that has not yet been, is not noticed yet, and have patience for that. It could be an offer from your divine counterpart. It could be an offer with you finding an emotion within yourself that this is what's coming in. Perhaps you're on a journey to connect to all those inner workings of what you're doing, of where you want to go and how you want to be more loving and giving to yourself. That's what this offer can be, and it's just on hold. And I don't feel like this is a bad thing. I feel like it's necessary to be on hold right at this moment, because we're still trying to get more in this playful energy within ourselves and within our connection, so we can shed this, so that can come through. And then we can celebrate it. Yeah, see, and this was upside down. It's a pause. It's like we're pausing because this is going to be something to celebrate. I guarantee. But it's just on, it's a pause. It's not a stopping. It's not a blockage. I don't feel this is a blockage. That's the thing with this. I feel like this is just pausing to clear this out. And then once this clears out, I think this is why this is in reverse. Because once this energy clears out completely, it's going to be all systems go. And this offer is going to come in and it's going to be reason to celebrate. That's just what I'm getting. Wow, that's beautiful. Really, really, really beautiful energy. Okay, so that was on the collective. I guess I will do for the, you know what? I asked about the responsibility. Let's go a little deeper on these burdens. I like to go down a rabbit hole sometimes. What do I want to know? Where do we want to go with this? Tell me more. I'm going back to the dragon. Tell me more about this energy with this. With this burden, like what are these shackles came to mind, and for some reason this card caught my eye. I don't really know what it is yet. Maybe I should look at it. Arrange your priorities. Yeah, this is it. The shackles are, it's asking you to arrange your priorities, to figure out where you personally need work and where what is your priority. I feel like if you're making your connection your priority, we're kind of missing the point. I really feel that self needs to be the priority, and this is all just kind of coming through, guys. Like I said, this is just a free-for-all. I feel the energy coming through, and I'm just gonna start saying things. I feel like your priority should be yourself, and that once you make that shift and open up yourself as your priority, then you can become a priority in someone else's life, because then your life will be where you need it to be, where you want it to be, and then people will want to start coming to you. Neediness, I'm sorry, this is just all coming through. Neediness is a force of desertion. Okay, I'm just going to flow with it. Neediness is a force of desertion that needs to be healed, and this is what we are here to say. Whoa, all right. In your divine union, in your divine connection, neediness has no place. It doesn't belong. Neediness is about self and being unhealed. Look at where those wounds are and heal yourself. This is what we are here for. This is what you are here for. This is what I am here for. Take on the challenge. You are ready for it. I am ready for it. I am here and I am not leaving anytime soon. This is an auspicious time. It's all how you look at it. Take that angle. Shift your viewpoint. Shift your perspective. Open up your mind and your heart and be free to make new choices. Thank you. Whoa. All right, that was some heavy energy, guys. Those kinds of things have happened to me, never during a reading like this. It's usually when I'm writing. So sorry. I'm just moving that energy out of me. That was very, very strong. I don't know who or what that was, but it needed to be heard. Okay, so moving right along. Apparently I'm a conduit here. All right. All right, I'm going to go into the divine feminine and the divine masculine, because that was kind of, and I have to admit, I was a little fearful. I was like, uh-oh. And then I realized I leaned into the trust. All right. I did. I was like, there was a part in my head that was like, oh my God, what are we saying? What is happening? But that trust, I have to trust. And it was a strong but loving energy, and it was all work and no play, but I let go and I was patient and I allowed it to talk to me. And we'll see what this is. And yeah, that was crazy. All right. You kind of can't make this shit up. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, all right. We're going to leave these out. I'll put these away, but we'll leave them out. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. So, what do we divine masculines need to know during this time? What does the divine masculine within self need to know during this time? How can the divine masculine ascend and open and learn? So many. Okay. All right. Divine masculine. All right. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Wow, interesting. Very, very interesting. So, what did I say? How can the divine feminine and divine masculine tap into this energy and ascend? So this is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is what I'm getting, everybody. The divine masculine is actually doing his work. Okay? This is going into self. He is standing strong within his power, and he is doing it with gratitude. He is victorious, I keep getting. He has put in the work. He has done his homework. And he wants better for his life, and he's going after it. But he's doing it with gratitude. He's grateful for the opportunity to be able to step in this energy, because this energy does surround him. I'm going to read it. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. Yeah. I mean, like, the world is your oyster. This is kind of what I'm getting. And to be grateful about it, to be happy about it, to be thankful for it. And this Seven of Pentacles, he was divinely guided. And I feel like he's knowing it. I think the last reading I had a thing of where he was learning psychically about the connection. But he knows he's watered all the seeds. He's proud of what he's built and what he's building, and this is a really beautiful energy to step into. And he's waiting for this new growth. Let me read it. You have invested wisely. Say, have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So this is what this is about. He knows that he's starting to understand what the garden is growing, is what I'm getting. And he knows that there is divine guidance, and he knows that what he has to do, he has stepped into his own power, and he has moved on from things that no longer serve. He has cut those cords. He has opened up to go in a new direction. He no longer holds himself back from his foolish notions as he is reconnecting with spirit. This is really beautiful energy. Let's read it. It is the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation, or travel. This could be very specific. The divine masculine may be moving. He may be moving towards spirit. He may be moving towards the divine feminine. He may be moving and making a shift within himself. But that's what I'm getting, that there's definitely a shift within himself. He's making a very big shift within himself. Let's talk about the shift. What is this shift that has been made? And how does it relate to your connection? Whoa, okay. Frog. Adapt and survive by accepting the inevitable and seizing potential. So if you are in separation and he kind of had to live with the idea that the divine masculine was no longer with his feminine, and he had to adapt to that situation. If you're together, then he adapted to the situation. This basically fits everybody. He accepted the inevitable. He realized that, I'm getting that the divine masculine has realized just how important the divine feminine is. And I believe it's from this change, because this change is inevitable. And this is adapting by survival and accepting the inevitable. He accepted this change and this responsibility that he has. So he's doing the work within himself. And in turn, that is really going to connect the two of you. And it's going to bring you back together. It's going to cause more of an attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah, I really believe that the divine masculine has moved through a lot of energy of his own mind, body, spirit, I'm getting. And he is seeing the feminine for what she is. He is seeing her for beauty and, let's see. Where did I put that deck? Am I crazy? Here it is. How is the divine masculine seeing his divine feminine right now? Let's see. How is the divine masculine seeing his divine feminine? Oh, look at that. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah. He sees the divine feminine as that he lost the connection. I'm getting a couple of things with this. This is the card of loss and grieving. This is the card of feeling alone. So For some of you, the divine masculine, this was the situation that he had to adapt to. He had to adapt to the divine feminine, maybe perhaps walking out of his life. And he had to pick up the pieces and figure out how to move forward. And it forced him to connect to spirit. So this is really interesting, because I think now I feel like the divine masculine is seeing the spiritual connection between the two of you, because he may not have seen it before because of all the bullshit that was there. He could also be feeling your loss, and he could also be a little lost without you. And this is what's growing. He may be seeing that. But help is nearby. See, I like this deck because it gives you a little bit of hope. So let's see. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So I think that he's learning this. I think that this attraction is this energy of attraction is calling you back. And I always end up talking to the divine feminines, calling you back into him, or calling the divine feminine back into his life. And he's seeing the importance of the divine feminine, and he realizes that you're right there. That's just what I'm getting. Wow, that's really, really beautiful. Yeah, all right, that's it for that. That's what I'm going to do with that. Wow, he's in a really nice space, so that this is what the change is. This is what I'm getting, that this is what let me, it was like this. This is what I'm feeling, that this is about the connection as well. And I really believe that what am I doing? That this is about what was shed, that this burden, like I said, have patience, that this is what this situation is doing. It's shedding this. Like I said, this offer is on hold, and it's on hold because he's still a bit in this lost energy, but it's there. The hope is there. I feel like, you know, in other decks, this doesn't necessarily offer, it doesn't remind you of the hope, but in this one, hope is very, very prevalent, is what I'm getting. Also, the fact that this is all pink, so this is all about love energy. This is all about lost love. This is just what I'm getting. And I feel like he's really resonating with that because of his connection to spirit. Yeah. And he's learning to prioritize. This was from this. I'm going to put it like that. Wow. Yeah, the attraction is there. And the attraction is, I feel like that the attraction is also through spirit. This is really, really beautiful. The divine masculines are really, really learning. All right, let's see what we got for the divine feminines. So where are the divine feminines during this time? Where are the divine feminines during... Whoa, okay, it flipped out upside down. Divine feminines. It wanted to come out. Divine feminines. I'm just going to push this. I need to... I will. I'll come back to that. Divine feminines. Divine feminines. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Divine feminines. Oh, there's two. Yep. Divine feminines. Feminines. All right. And there's two. All right. We're going to keep them. All right. Let's see what we got. This is that psychic knowing that the divine masculine got in my weekly thing. Oh, this is interesting. Wow, you're stepping out of this energy. This is conflict. This is that really fiery energy, like being so hard on yourself is what I'm getting. Bothersome details, conflicting with others, competing goals. You're learning, the feminine is learning to just release all this inner turmoil is what I'm getting, like all this angst and aggravation and just pure unadulterated being pissed off, okay? And you have a psychic knowing that you need to let that go, because the divine masculine you will be speaking with, this third, you want to speak your truth to your divine masculine. This is beautiful, and I do feel like that, be patient, because I do feel like that is coming through. Those of you in separation, I feel like he even said it, he needs to work through a little bit more with this energy. He feels the loss. He feels the attraction. He feels that loss. He's adapted to it, but I think that there's going to be a change, because this adapt and survive by accepting the inevitable and seizing potential. The inevitable is change is inevitable. That's what the inevitable is. So there's going to be a change in your connection. And I really feel that the divine feminines definitely need to go within and get rid of all of this conflicting energy within yourself of, is he the one? Is he not the one? He did this. He didn't do this. This hurt. That trigger hurt. And I really feel like this is, now you just kind of know. You just know that, you know, it just is what it is because of the inevitability of change. It's apparent. It's in our energy field. It's everybody's energy field. It's planetary. And that this for me is definitely the divine masculine, the emperor. This is the emperor, the divine masculine within yourself, feminines. This is also about your divine partnership, your divine counterpart, and that you're learning to speak your truth. And divine masculine to me also means holding space for action, staying strong within your power, knowing what you want, and doing it with kindness and love, but with strength and honor. And we are learning to speak those parts of ourselves as well, feminines. I really believe that. And the Queen of Air is the one who is in control of her thoughts. She realizes a thought is just a thought, and we don't necessarily have to follow it. We have control of our minds in the fact of that we don't necessarily have control of our thoughts per se of like what thought does come up, but we do have control of how we handle it. We can either get all lost in the thought of we're not with our masculines and what is he doing, and we can go down that rabbit hole of, you know, is he doing this, is he doing that, is he with somebody else, does he love me, does he not love me, you know, but we're choosing to no longer do that, because we're transforming those thoughts into action, into higher self action, because we're learning to trust the process. Here's that trust again. Trust is important over here. We're learning this. This is the energy surrounding us. We trust. We trust our masculine, and we trust ourselves. We trust our thoughts to say, you know, no. And also I feel that the swords is also cutting. So the feminine is cutting out of her life what no longer serves. This is just where she is. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation, and it's going to help transform the feminine. This is really, really beautiful energy. And this trust card, I feel like this was just a reminder for the feminines to trust the masculine, trust the process of getting rid of all of this anger. It's okay if anger is coming up for you. It's okay, because it's your way of purging it. It's your way of getting rid of it. It's your way of honoring it and saying, thank you for the lesson. I leave you now, and give it to the earth, and let the earth transmute it. Or let the divine feminine within you transmute it. Cut it away from your life. It's no longer serves, because we are transforming, and trust the process. Okay, let's see. Let's see where we are with the masculine. This is really, really such beautiful energy. I just wanted to see if it was face up. That's what, oh, all right. Very soon. That's funny, because when I looked, that was what was on the bottom. That's what wanted to stay. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want to see, so that you, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So this is telling you, be patient, reminding you, be patient. Things are happening very soon. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's get an animal. Scorpion. In a new relationship, passion offers the challenge of ecstasy and pain. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. In a new relationship, passion offers the challenge of ecstasy and pain. All right. So what I'm getting is that this feminine energy of passion and ecstasy, passion has been a word that has been coming up during a lot of my daily meditations, during a lot of my own spiritual work. Passion just keeps coming, and drive and ecstasy, that hasn't come into my life. I might have to add that but into my vocabulary. But it's interesting, because it's ecstasy and pain. So what I'm getting, feminines, is that this could be what this is, this passion, this bothersome thing. This passion is passion, and unreleased passion can be anger, or unfocused passion can show up as anger. We become very passionate about something, and we will get worked up, and we can feel very strongly about it, and become very angry about it, and that's kind of a painful energy. So what I'm getting is that, you know, I asked about this, how that related to the feminine, how this relates to your masculine. I feel that some of you were so passionate about your masculine, and when you were with him, you were just in such a pleasurable state, and just in a place of ecstasy, but there was also pain that was associated with it for whatever reason. Maybe this is something that your masculine did. Maybe he stung you. Maybe this is old wounds that need to be healed, and this is what you have to clear out, so that masculine can come into your life and speak that truth, so you can transform. Maybe this is reminding you to clear out that pain. I want to know more about this. And it says in a new relationship. I'm wondering if this was about your masculine when you first met, when you first began along your journey together. That passion was there, very, very strong, and it was a challenge for you to accept the ecstasy and transmute the pain. And I'm feeling like that is no longer a challenge for you. I feel like that this is what you are working through, because now you psychically know that this is what you are being asked to do. I do feel that there is some pain associated with this particular masculine for some of you. And that is something that you are working through. I really believe that this Queen of Air energy is what you're working through and transforming it. I think you're already there. I really do. I don't think that this is a thing coming down the pike. Maybe it is, but I think you already know. I'm getting a sense of knowing. Let's see. Let me get a little bit more about this pain. Tell me more energy. More about this pain energy. There's a couple that. There's so many though. I'm just gonna take this one. Wisdom. Yeah, you already know. You already know what to do. Is what I'm getting. None of these are resonating. You already know what to do. You already know what this is about. You already know what this pain is. I mean, I could sit here and list a couple of things, but it's not going to matter because you already know. You already have this psychic knowing. If you don't know within your heart space, you know in your psychic knowing, and this is what you're pulling out of. This is what you're cutting away. You're cutting away this energy. Wow. 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 Wow, feminines. We are on fire. Literally. A lot of fire, a lot of passion, energy. All right. I'd like to get some healing. So, or just some closing messages. That's what I want. We'll do a closing message. Let's do the tree. Let's get some closing message. Not yet. Let's get I'm gonna go to the Animal Tarot. And I'm gonna list all the decks that I've used. Let's get some closing messages through some animals. I like the animals. I said I was gonna work with the fairies, but I don't really want them to come out. I also feel, okay. All right, oh, there we go. This is just some closing messages. I'll do that. I'll do a couple of trees along with that. All right, I'm gonna do that one. I had it flipped up, but I'm flipping it around. Get some moon energy. Some moon energy. All right. Get one of them. Let's get a dragon. Just pulling from the decks that I've used. And some new ones. Yeah, I want that. And pull an animal. Okay. Okay. So this is just some closing energy. I'll come back to that. Okay, let's see what we have. Seven of Winter. This is about like having so many things all in front of you, and it's like almost like a hoarding energy is kind of what I'm getting, like being pulled in so many directions you don't know which one to do. But I feel like that is like collecting. I'm just kind of getting like collecting. Collecting what no longer serves. This is even kind of reminding me of what's going on like at the grocery stores with the paper products and the toilet, you know, well, the paper products is the toilet paper, and the cleaning products and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like we're transitioning out of that energy, is kind of what I'm getting. Excuse me. How this relates to you and your partner, I feel like that this is a lot of thoughts. This is all the thoughts that have plagued you of, are we supposed to be together? Is this my person? I'm not worthy. Like I was saying before, I feel like that Queen of Swords energy for the feminines is the one coming in and getting rid of it. And for the masculine, I feel like it's the Six of Swords energy, that he's just moving away from it. But he does feel that loss. I feel like that this psychic knowing and just being grateful and knowing what's growing has moved away from, has helped him move away from that energy. And I really feel like that this is something we still are transitioning out of. Let's read it. Magpie. Caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. Yeah, it's like I said, it's like getting away with something, but we're transitioning out of that. We're transitioning out of sneaking around. We're transitioning out of this energy of we're being asked to. There could even be, if with your connection, there could even be some spying going on, on social media, and it's asking you not to do that anymore. It's asking you that you have the power to transition out of this. Let's see. I'm going to read what transition means in this. Sometimes they give you some good stuff. It doesn't have it in reverse, but transition, something old is fading away to create the space for something new. So the reason why I feel like it's in reverse is because I feel like that this is our power. We have the choice. This is our choice. This is our choice to act like this, or we can just let it fade away. That's why it's, you know, we're given the choice to either go spy, go hoard thoughts, ideas, time, be an energy vampire, hoard all the toilet paper, you know, not give freely. We have the choice to make that change. And the Prince of Summer. Summer is Cups. Prince of Cups. Oh, and a frog. Was there a frog? Didn't he have a frog? He had a frog. Look at that. You can't make this shit up. And I likened this to the feminines. Remember I said about cutting all the thoughts away with the swords? And this is the masculine. So guys, frog came up twice, so I ask you to look at frog and see what is leaping into your life. Interesting. And balance. And the masculine is finding this balance. So again, I asked for, this is for the feminine, this is for the masculine. You can't make this shit up. So the Prince of Cups. So this is the Prince. Is that a knight? Let me just check. I don't know if that's the page. Let me see if I can find princess. So that must be the knight, because there's a prince and a princess, and then I think there's a queen and a king. All right, so this is the knight. Okay, I wasn't sure. That's why I want to check. Okay, so this is a knight. So this is somebody coming. Where was that? Where was that? The Knight of Cups. Somebody coming in, making the offer. The Knight of Cups. We have it. We have this. Look at this. Remember I said he's gonna come in and make it. There's gonna be an offer made, but we have to go through all of this energy first. I'm talking to the feminines. Here it is again, and it's gonna come in when we get all in balance, and this is what we're striving for. We're striving for this balance. And then this offer will be made, this offer of cup, this offer of love. Wow, wow, this love is coming in. It is coming in whether we are ready for it or not. Step out of your comfort zone. I believe most of us don't have a comfort zone anymore, and I think that's what this overall energy is asking us to do. And it's helping us to learn to control our emotions, okay? Taking hold. Remember I said earlier about with the thought processes and all these thoughts, and we can go down that rabbit hole, and it becomes all this overthinking, and with the overthinking it brings on so many emotions, and then we just get so stuck in that energy, and it brings us down, and it's just so painful to be in. And there's that pain again with this scorpion, and it's just we're being asked to do something different. Well, through music you reclaim life's magic and growing strong in body and soul. Music. Listen to the music of your own body. Listen to meditation music, sounds. I feel like sounds, even sounds of love. Listen to nature. Listen to the wind blowing. Listen to water going. Listen to birds chirp. Listen to frogs if you're in an area where you can hear frogs. Listen to your soul. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to your own breath. When in doubt, come back to the breath. Listen to where your breath speaks. That's music. Music to your ears. Laughter. So, and regular music. It could be anything. Be playful. Be playful with this energy. Play, dance, play music. Maybe you play an instrument, maybe you sing. Get back to that. Wow, this is really beautiful energy. The lessons from this 4-4 portal and this 13 emotion. I thank the energies and everybody with this, and all the guides, and whoever came through earlier with that. I thank you. With that energy of that wisdom that came in, and I feel like that was just a passerby saw that I was open and took the opportunity, and I was okay with it. I allowed it. It's allowing. It's that, that controlling your emotions, and that's exactly what I did, because I gotta admit there was a little part of me that was like, what am I doing? But I stopped because I've done it before. I do it a lot, especially when I'm writing. So you guys got to see, and it's a little scary for me. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, because that is something that I tried to hide my woo-woo my woo-woo-ness, my crazy, but hey, why the fuck not put it out up front and center? This is who I am. That's it. That's what I do. I'm gonna have to play that, because I don't even know I have no idea what I said. I have no idea what was said, not even a little bit of a fucking clue. And I'm gonna mark that in there, that this came through. But all right, so I wanted to go with Guardian Angels. What is this deck? I'll post it. But this is Angels. So this is a message from the angels, and it's conscious consumer. Well, that's interesting, because we were talking about hoarding and stuff. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethically and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade in organic goods. You live simply, and you purchase only what you need. This is interesting. Now, remember earlier I said about how I felt like the need to clear off my space and just put like a couple of things, and just surround it with a lot of light. So the clearing, what is it? Choose to invest in, live simply. It was just like simple, was like, keep this simple is kind of where I got that. I don't know. But anyway, I do believe that this is also about what we consume in our mind, not just the products that we buy. Yes, we should definitely be that environmentally cautious, especially now. This is what this I believe one of the messages from this virus is telling us to be cautious about our environment and be mindful. But I also believe that it is asking us to watch what we consume, all the bullshit that we swallow from other people that we take in. And it's just that. It's bullshit. It's crap. Turn off your fucking news. If you want to know what's going on with the virus, go to and this is just me on my high horse, or soapbox, whatever you want to call it. Go to the CDC website or the WHO. News is, I don't do news well. It just, even their voices, the energy, just it pains me. It always did, even when I was a kid. I could never watch the news. I couldn't stand it. I just would go in my own head, in my own space, and wherever. If my parents had it on, if I was in the room or whatever, I would either leave and go do something else, or I would just play something else in my head and completely tune it out, because it pains me. So if any of you are like me with news, then just watch what you consume. Watch what you put in your body. Watch what you buy. Watch what you buy into, not just where you spend your money, which money is energy, and where you put your money is where you are putting your intention. So that's also very important. So if you're buying products that just don't give a fuck about the universe or the earth or even their consumers, then be mindful of that. And if you want to continue putting your money in that particular place, so we have control, and we can be more mindful. And that's the Queen of Swords, also that Queen of Swords energy, to be mindful of what we're doing and cut out what no longer serves. Well, this was a very interesting read. I hope that this resonated with everybody. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. I know this is a bit long. I really didn't know where this was going. And I'm not really even sure how long. I'm going to leave that this is timeless. This is intended for today's energies. I just see playful. Brought to you by the energy of emotion. Brought to you by the letter A. And the number 13. 13-day emotion, 4/4 portal. I love being playful. I love when spirit says those kind of funny things. Makes me laugh. Yeah, so I hope this resonated with everybody, and I wish you all a lot of love and peace and just all wonderful things. I hope you are all healthy, and you are mindful of your contracts and what it means to you, and where you can just find yourself, I guess. I don't know what else to say. Don't know what else to say. All right, everybody, take care. Be blessed. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Bye-bye.